how the GOP can beat Healey in 2026. And there's a little, look at that, there's a little graphic that actually tells you exactly how to do it. And we had a state representative candidate earlier this week, Mr. Long up in Beverly, who seems like a really nice guy, but he got, how do I want to say this? This is the nice way to say it. He got demolished, 75-25. He, just by looking at his website, seems to be a Republican, a moderate Republican. And that defeat, plus we've seen a number of defeats across the state at the municipal level of Republican or Republican-friendly type people, indicate to us that the Democrats are super motivated right now. They have a villain, Orange Man Bad. Whereas Mr. Keneally, Mr. Deaton, Mr. Shortsleeve, if we look at this matrix that I posted up here, they kind of fall into this quadrants here. They kind of fall into the Baker-friendly, and then the way they're packaged to be suburban voter-friendly. In the lower right hand of this little box here, these 4 different boxes. I hope you can see that, Mark. Keneally, Shortsleeve, and Deaton are Baker-friendly and suburban voter-friendly. That's the package, and that's the policy. Deal was Trump-friendly, but he was still packaged in a suburban voter, soccer mom appealing package, right? No offense to my friend Jeff Deal, but like, you kind of look like a class president. Not a no, there's nothing wrong with that. You're clean cut and, you're squared away. That's great. But you look like a typical Republican. That's the package, and packaging matters. Packaging matters. That's why Scott Brown wore the barn coat, drove the pickup truck. That's why Mr. Youngkin in Virginia wore the red fleece vest, because they didn't want to look like a typical Republican. I have noticed just in the last week or so that Mr. Shortsleeve and Mr. Keneally have kind of lost the suit and tie a little bit. But what we really need is someone to be a Trump-friendly candidate and to have a marketing package around that candidate that aligns them more with Reagan Democrats than suburban soccer moms. So the packaging here, Mark, I think is so incredibly important. We have to have Trump-friendly policy because people like Trump-friendly policies, right? The policy, they don't like the guy. They don't like the guy, but they like the policy, right? So you have to have somebody that likes the policy and will attack the Democrats on the absurdities, just like the president of Stop and Shop did. That's why I covered that story earlier today. He's not putting up with their BS. Don't tell me that grocery prices are high because I'm racist. Grocery prices are high because crime through the cities, which you control. So we have to have somebody that is not scared of actually putting forth the truth and putting it forward in a kind of a Reagan Democrat marketing package. That's the winning strategy. And why is that the winning strategy? Because that gives you what the Democrats have now. The Democrats are super motivated. Let me tell you, we need somebody that's going to super motivated a bunch of reluctant voters. If you look here, the most important part of this diagram, Mark, this is like the best questions I've ever gotten on a live stream. Thank you for asking it. The most important part of this diagram is the part on the left-hand side where it says reluctant voters and lean Democrat. The more you go towards the Reagan Democrats, the more reluctant they are. That's why you need a candidate which is incredibly dynamic to get them out, someone that they can actually believe in, because a lot of these reluctant voters don't believe in politicians. But every once in a while, they're like, no, that's my guy. And the other line that goes up and down, more voters, less voters, is the more that you lean into the Democrat Reagan Democrats or Fall River voters, the voter pool goes way up. Now, inversely, as you lean towards soccer moms, the voter pool contracts and it becomes more Democratic. So if you're going towards soccer moms, that was a strategy from 1996. I remember I worked for a candidate in 1996, and we got this polling. All the congressional candidates got it, and we were like, "Oh, we got to go for the soccer moms." That's 30 years. That's 30 years old thinking. And just to lay out another question, or this theory that I've seen out there. Oh no, Fall River voted for Trump. They had a local reason. There's a reason why Fall River voted for Trump. It had nothing to do with the fact that Trump's numbers were way up in Lawrence or that Trump won all the blue wall states. No, it had nothing to do. It was that there was a reason. Yeah. You know what the reason was? They liked him and they liked his policies. So, just my feeling is if you're going to have somebody, that runs in 2026, you want to have someone that is not afraid of saying the word Trump. Mr. Shortsleeve said he voted for the ticket. Mr. Shortsleeve couldn't even say the word Trump. And I understand that the Republican establishment is very scared of, how do I want to say this? The energy that's on the Democrat side. They're very scared of that. But you're not going to beat that energy with milquetoast. Not going to happen. You're not going to beat that energy with country club Republicans because there's not enough soccer moms out there and they're already leaning Democrats. Hello, wake up.